in the matter 02 FA 71, Rachel Erickson versus Kenneth Erickson. Appearances are we have Kenneth Erickson appearing by video conferencing in custody in Burnett County Jail. We have Corporation Counsel Child Support appearing in person by Stephanie Thomas Schmidt. We're set today in this matter for a motion hearing. Mr. Erickson was in warrant status. He failed to appear at the February 12th, 2025 sanction hearing. It appears that he has failed to meet his purge requirements. The court has information that he owes, I believe, over $37,000 in child support. Ms. Thomas Schmidt, what is child? Well, first, Mr. Erickson, you are here and you are here on an arrest warrant, and we'll address the warrant momentarily.
What?
But you're here.
What's that? Arrest warrant? I didn't even get papers saying I had court.
Well, if I look, I can see that you did.
Well,
I have an affidavit. Yep, I see it.
It might
was
say it
given
on
to
there,
you.
but I never got the papers.
Well-
mean, they say they sent them out, but I never received any. I mean,
You check your mail?
yeah.
Okay,
I
because
mean, they
I
might have
didn't
said they
get.
sent them out to my address, but I never got. Well,
I don't get
Oh.
return mail. I have nothing that says I've received return mail from you, Mr. Erickson. I have that it was all sent to you, that I have all of the notice, the affidavits, all of the documents were mailed to you at your address, and I don't have return mail. Is your address on County Road D as in dog?
yeah.
Yep, then that's your address, and I have not received return mail, so the law says you received them.
Yeah, but I didn't though, or else I would have came to court.
Well, you're here now, so now we're gonna take care of it. Ms. Thomas Schmidt, what is the child support requesting?
My request, based on the lack of payments in May, June, July, August, October, November, December, January, or February, is that the 15-day imposed and stayed sanction be modified to a 30-day sanction, with the stay being lifted on 10 of those days, with Mr. Erickson being given credit for the day that he sat on this warrant. The total arrearages in this case are over 30. The total balance is over $37,000. Mr. Erickson was certainly aware that there was a warrant. He
No, it wasn't.
requested, let me finish, Mr. Erickson. He contacted the court and requested the warrant be quashed, was told if he paid $100, the warrant would be quashed. He came to the building, did not pay that, left the building, eventually was taken into custody. So he had some awareness of the circumstances and awareness of what he could do to better his position. So perhaps we wouldn't be requesting that he sit in jail. But due to the lack of payments, due to the incredible balance, due to the lack of contact, due to the lack of paying the $100 that would have quashed the warrant, I'm requesting not that he sit 15 days, just 10, but that he have 20 remaining over his head, and that the purge be extended for 1 year to expire the end of February 2026.
All right, Mr. Erickson, are you currently employed?
No, my car burned up just about a month and a half ago, or a month ago. It burned
Is
up.
it because you were using the butane heater to heat your car?
No, it started, that's funny.
I'm just saying that you've done that before, so that's just why I was wondering.
Well, I can't buy a brand new car, okay? I can only afford what I can afford. I mean, I can't buy a Mercedes and so everything works. I mean, I gotta buy
can't
something
either.
I can only afford, but no, it started in the trunk somehow. When I got the car, Carl brought it out and somehow it started in the trunk. We couldn't get the trunk open and it burnt up on M there just before I got home. So
Wait,
all my paperwork, everything I had that was in the car, got all burnt up. So I mean,
was that right after you purchased it?
no, I had it registered and stuff, but Just over a while I was driving it, I don't know how it started in the trunk, but all my clothes, all my belongings was inside my car. You know,
Hmm.
but
Okay, so then, Mr. Erickson, how are you gonna pay back your child support? Because child support, it never goes away. You make the children, you pay for the children, and when you don't pay your monthly payment of child support, it adds up and it's called arrears. Right now, you have over 37,000 in arrears. Unless Miss Ainley herself, Rachel Erickson Ainley, now Hess, unless she waives all of the arrearages, her personally signs to waive all of the arrearages, they will remain forever.
okay.
So
All right.
you owe it.
I didn't say I didn't.
So how are you going to pay it back if you don't have a job?
Well, I'm gonna have to, trying to get a job. But I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm gonna have to figure something out.
When was the last time you had a job?
Uh, huh. Not really sure. Time goes by so fast.
Was it in the last year?
No,
Last 5 years?
probably.
In the last 5 years, you've had a job?
I believe so.
Do you remember where that job was?
No, not really.
Does child support have any idea?
We could probably find it somewhere in the, it looks like, no, that's the tribe. No, that's not the tribe. This is it. Terry Floor in Harris,
Oh, yeah,
Minnesota.
2018,
Yeah, in 2018.
Okay, so a little bit more than 5 years ago.
But I've been in jail for, I don't know how many years after that. I didn't get out
Yeah, you
until
have.
2020 some.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, so do you understand what child support is asking? They're saying, sanction you. Well, essentially, let's modify and amend the purge order. And let's instead have of 15 days of a jail sanction, have it be 30 days of a jail sanction, extend it for a period of a year, but lift the stay as it relates to 10 of those days of jail, and give you credit for 1 day that you've already been sitting since you've been arrested. That's what they're asking of the court. Do you understand that?
No, because I thought, well, why would they want me to sit in jail? I mean, how is that even gonna do anything except for nothing? I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. Why you want somebody to sit in jail for child support when you can't get out there and try to get a job?
Well, have you
mean-
tried to get a job in the last 5 years?
Yeah, I've been trying, but who wants to, it's hard to get a job when you're a felon. I mean, every people look at that, a lot of employers don't hire felons. I don't know why. I mean, it's all over the news, I mean, it's just, when you're a felon, it's hard to get a job. So,
It may be, but I literally just had an individual here who is a felon who was just able to get a job cleaning hotel rooms. Do you think you can clean hotel rooms?
well, I mean, I try. I mean, I give it a shot. But some employers give them, there might be one out there that might get it. But, but hopefully I'll get, get lucky. I'd do it,
There's a lot of people who own their own construction businesses, roofing businesses, those types of things, garage door installer businesses, handyman businesses,
Yeah,
where
right.
they do have felons.
Right, but I mean, like I said, I mean, some people that.
I got to jump in real quick. This judge is the exact opposite of Judge Boyd. This judge is telling him to get in all kinds of business where you're in people's personal spaces. I wouldn't doubt in a second if she tells him to try to be a daycare worker or a home health care worker.
That's I mean, if they know you or you know, it depends who you are. I don't know, but you know, you gotta try to
Have you
find it.
tried?
Have I tried? Of course I've tried.
With who?
Well, I applied down over at in the Grantsburg there at the Northern Furniture. The
That's
Tea
not
factory.
construction.
Oh, construction? I don't know. Well, I don't know where there's construction sites and stuff are. I mean, but yeah, I guess not for construction. I haven't tried it.
Roofing?
I can't do that. I mean, I'm 50 years old. I can't. I mean, I've been in a car accident and stuff. I mean, I got a ground plate in my left arm. I can't go that far, you know.
Do you know that roofers, people who are roofers and have roofing businesses, they don't just have people that go on the roof to do the things. They need other
Right.
people to do the other things, like, you know, pick up the nails, like with the big magnets, and to pick up the other things and to clean up the job sites.
Yeah, but
That's something you could do.
there ain't nothing in. I don't think there's any in Grantsburg, but I don't know.
Bloop, bloop. Google, because even if you
I've
don't
got a
know,
phone.
I'm going to tell you, I know a lot.
Well,
I
okay.
see them all the time. Even the owners of these businesses are here that come in front of me that may be felons themselves.
I don't got a phone. I can't Google anything. I don't even got a computer.
There's a
Okay.
library that has a free public access computer.
I was just going to say that. Thank you, Ms. Thomas Schmidt.
Yeah,
So anyway, how many months was it? I counted 10, I thought.
His purge began May 1st and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the past 9 months since May 1st has not been paid. Frankly, if we wanted to, we could be referring this to the district attorney for felony charges.
Correct. There could be referrals for felonies, and that would mean prison. And again, I'm going to tell you, I always like to give kudos to one of my great friends in Michigan who works at the Attorney General's office. Her sole job, because in the state of Michigan, the Attorney General's office goes after the individuals for child support. And her sole job is to do this. And she is ruthless, and she sends them to prison for not paying child support.
Okay.
So,
But I am trying. I mean,
and I
Yes.
want you to try, and I want you to try harder, because 9 months of not even one payment, and I'm going to guess, just going to guess here, that if we look back even further from this purge, there's probably 9 months before that there wasn't a payment. But that's just my guess.
I don't have that information in front of me to confirm. I just have from
You
the
don't need
May.
to confirm, that's just what my gut's telling me.
Mhm.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grant the request to extend the purge. I'm going to modify the order for 30 days. I'm going
please.
to lift the stay for 10 days, give him credit for 1 day. And then I'm also going to include as a modification, he must apply for, I'm going to say, just 2 jobs a week, providing proof to the child support agency every 2 weeks that he's applied to 4 jobs. And it doesn't have to be physical applications, Mr. Erickson, but you do need to get out there and talk to people. I'm going to tell you, the construction business, they're dying right now for people to work. They really are. They need people to do all of the things. And even, you can probably even get a part-time job picking up the construction, picking up the materials and doing those things. Even with limitations of being in a car accident, your car accident, I believe, was 20 years ago, if I'm
96.
recalling. When was it?
96.
Oh, so it's more than 20 years ago.
But over the years, you know, your bones get brittle, you know. It's not-
I
they don't get stronger.
understand.
They don't get
Again,
stronger.
I get it. I see individuals in these types of trades all the time. And they have similar bodies because I'm going to tell you, it's hard on your body. I get it. It's very hard, but you have to do something. You have to try and do something. And so that's why I'm going to say at least 2 job applications or attempts to get jobs. And you have to show proof to the child support agency every 2 weeks. So I am lifting the stay to 10 days, giving you 1 day of jail credit.
So how long do I have to sit?
9 more days. All right, anything further?
Not on this file, no, thank you.
And we are adjourned. Mr.
All right, so I got a couple thoughts on that one. One, Christy said they got 4 now hiring signs everywhere. My son, when he came home from rehab, he applied everywhere, and nobody wants to hire anybody with a record like that. Nobody wants to hire someone with any sort of obligation like that. But he kept pushing, and he ended up finding something. $37,000 and back in child support, and he's not going to work. Best he can do is get a prison job and do what he can there. Good to see everybody. Welcome to American Courts. I stole a video from a channel called Trial World tonight. I hadn't seen them before. I'm going to show a video of theirs, and got a little clip of Judge Fleischer from earlier today, and then we're going to go to Judge Fan in Panama City. I finally caught him. I'm horrible at catching Judge Fan, but I finally got him. So we are going to let's look at the Judge Fleischer one. It's only actually just a couple of minutes. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes long, and then we'll jump over to that Trial World one. I want to share that one because it's got a lot of clips in there. I've never seen the channel before, but they seem to have put a little bit of work into it, and I appreciate that. Certainly appreciate it to jump and grab it. So here we go with Judge Fleischer.
Can we also do the other one as well? Might as well.
It's a BWI.
It's okay.
Sure, okay. The last one.
Buenos días, señor. This is intérprete. Por favor, conteste todo a voz alta.
Both of you are charged with criminal cases. We are going to do probable cause on each of your
Cada uno
cases.
de sus casos.
After that, we will determine whether we will do bond conditions. Each of you have the right
Cada
to
uno
remain
tiene el
silent.
derecho por el silencio.
You have the right to have an attorney
El derecho a
present.
un abogado
If
presente.
you cannot afford one,
Solo un abogado, uno se le nombrará.
okay, so let's start on Mr. Velasquez now.
Velasquez. Yeah.
Mr. Velasquez, you are charged with driving while intoxicated.
Ebrio.
You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st, 2025, the officer responded to a loud music complaint from a vehicle at Main Street, South Houston, in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the defendant, who displayed slurred speech, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and very poor balance. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant consented to breath, results of 0.142 and 0.139.
Is he listening to music while being Hispanic? Really?
So that was the basis of the stop, was the loud music complaint, and that's when they approached the vehicle.
You never even said that he was driving.
And that's all there is, Your Honor.
Was he driving?
He was in the vehicle, but we don't have, and Your Honor, we understand, yes, there's nothing in the
says
DMs.
he was driving either.
We don't have that information, Judge, so we understand if you find a PC.
Mr. Velasquez, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward with your case. You know, you need to be very careful, especially if you're not in this country with permission. There are a lot of people here when they go to jail and they don't have permission to be in this country. Immigration sweeps it on a daily basis, every 4 to 6 hours, you know? And if they find you in custody and you're not here with permission, they'll put a detainer on you and you'll be stuck in there for who knows how long. I don't know what your status is, but be very careful how you act. You understand? All right, please take a seat for me, sir.
At first I didn't care for the walking while black, listening to new music while Hispanic, and all that stuff that Judge Fleischer would say. I didn't quite get it, and I didn't know where he was going at with it. After a while, I'm starting to if nothing else, I think he's training some of the DAs and training some of the law enforcement on, if you're going to write up a report, write it up right. You can't just leave it like that. We all know that police officers drive down the road, and if they see somebody that looks suspicious, you may not have the right words for it, and you'll pull them over, but you got to write it up right. So like I said, at first I wasn't quite with it, but after a while I'm coming around to it. He's making sense to me a little bit more and more every time. So let's jump over to that Trial World clip. It's got Judge DiSanto. Yeah, Judge DiSanto. So I want to watch that one.
It was an MDOC, that was supposed to be available.
Okay, yes. As you know, counsel, I would prefer to not look in any of your cavities, whether it's your nasal cavity or your ear canal, please.
Your Honor,
Say
could
that
you
again, Judge? I'm sorry.
Mr. Margolis, if you're going to appear via Zoom, I need to not have to look into your ear.
I've messed it up a few times, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in and say thanks everybody for the big and raid. It's great to see all you guys out here. Yes, Myco, that big and raid brought me my thumbs down, so that's more than expected. You got to thank everybody for that. Thanks everybody for the thumbs up. Thanks everybody for the thumbs down. Let's jump into Judge DiSanto. Again, this video came from Trial World. If you get a chance, go check it out. Trial World.
Canal or up your nose, please.
Okay, it's just I'm hard of hearing. That's why I put the phone. Yeah, that's fine, Judge. I apologize.
And I can understand that, but then you put the microphone to your ear, not the camera to your ear. But you're also driving. I'm not calling your manners while you're driving, counsel. So you're gonna have to pull over, counsel. I'm not handling your matters until you pull over.
I'm over, Judge. I'm available to you.
Okay, have you spoken to the prosecutor? Because I don't have your file.
Any further what?
Have you spoken to the prosecutor?
I can't understand you, but we're going to do a waiver, Judge. I've talked to my client.
Mr. Margolis, have you spoken to the prosecutor?
I have spoken to my client, Judge. Yes, I've spoken to
the prosecutor. Have you spoken to the prosecutor?
Yes, I talked to the Mr. To Gunther. Yes, I did talk to him.
Okay, I'm just waiting for the file to come out and then we will handle that.
Okay, and is Mr. Timpf available for me to get into a waiting room for him?
Not yet. Not yet. You did not log in with him yet.
Okay, Judge, I apologize. I keep on putting the phone to my ear because I'm, I apologize, Judge.
Okay, so are you on Bluetooth, counsel?
Yes, I'm on my iPhone right now.
Okay, are you connected to Bluetooth in your car?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so if you're connected to Bluetooth in your car, putting your phone up to your ear is not going to be helpful.
I understand it, Judge. It's just a bad habit I have because I do it all the time when I'm not in the car. So I apologize.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't go to medical school for a reason. So, okay. And so we are on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Kenneth Cunningham, 25193. And counsel, your appearance, please. You're muted, Mr. Margolis.
That should not be a breakout room with this client.
Wait, Margolis P28078 on behalf of Kenneth Cunningham, who's on Zoom and consents to being on Zoom, Judge.
Okay, well, he was on Zoom.
He's in the breakout room.
Oh, he's in the breakout room. Do you need to speak to your client again, counsel?
Excuse me, I've talked to my client.
I apologize. It joined the breakout room on accident.
That's okay. Your name for the record, sir, please.
Kenneth Cunningham Jr.
All right. And Mr. Margolis, you had an opportunity to speak to the prosecuting attorney. And so what's happening today?
I have talked to the assistant prosecuting attorney, and I've also talked to my client, and my client understands his right to have a preliminary examination in this matter, and he understands what the prosecution would have to show. It's his desire to waive the exam at this time, understanding he'll be bound over to circuit court for further proceedings.
All right, and so Mr. Cunningham, you heard what your attorney stated, correct?
Yes, I did.
And you do understand that you do have the right to have a preliminary examination where it must be shown that a crime was committed and probable cause exists to charge with that crime. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And you also understand that by waiving your right to your preliminary examination, that you will be bound over to circuit court for further proceedings on the charges in the complaint. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And you've received notice of those charges in the complaint warrant, correct?
Yes.
All right. And has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to waive your right to your preliminary examination?
Not since I've been, held, yes, or no.
Okay, so did somebody threaten you to waive your right to your preliminary examination prior to being held?
No, no, no.
Okay. All right. And the court will note that examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court for further proceedings on the charges in the complaint warrant. You are to appear in circuit court on March 6th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Mr. Margolis, do you have any problem with the court indicating via Zoom on the signature line for you?
No, I do not have any problem with signing my name.
Okay, well, I'm not signing your name, I'm just indicating via Zoom on the signature spot. All
That's
right.
good.
And so the court will order bond and conditions are continued. And good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir. What was that, counsel?
Thank you. Is Kenneth, is Daniel Tinth available for me to talk to, Judge?
Not yet, counsel. As soon as he's logged in, we will put you in the breakout room. Let's go off the record.
Okay, because this is the.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been contacting MDOC and they have not logged in yet with your client. Would you like to contact them?
Do I want to what?
Great day.
Thank you, Wayne County Jail.
All right.
So, we've been contacting MDOC or this morning. Would you like to try to contact MDOC?
I don't even know. What, you got a number for me to call, or I'm going to have to search for the number? And yeah, it'll take me much longer, Judge.
Okay, well, you didn't communicate with your client while he's been in custody?
Excuse me?
You have not communicated with your client since he's been in custody?
Nope, he's got 3 cases coming up on Monday for PCC, second time like you, in Allen Park, same cases. I have not had a chance to talk to him at all, and I've asked that he be brought or available for me to talk to on Zoom, and that he be available on Zoom. And each court has had their difficulties, which I understand. So he's an MDOC. That's MDOC. But I do need to talk to him. I need to talk to him now, today, or get this matter adjourned again. But I'm going to need to talk to him, and I'm going to have the same. Monday I'm going to be in Allen Park on Zoom that they have to set up. So they're going to hopefully not have the difficulties that you have.
Okay, well, counsel, if you need to speak to your client, that's why there is the opportunity to go speak to your client while he's in custody, right?
Judge, my client is up in Jackson, and he was taken to Jackson right like a day or two before the last court appearances. I'm not required to go up to Jackson. I'm court appointed here. So I would like him either brought down to Wayne County, or, I want to make him available. I do want to talk to him. You're right. I want to talk to him, but I can't go up to Jackson. What I'm saying.
Oh, I was of the understanding that attorneys, were going over to see their clients.
Court-appointed attorneys are not going to get paid to go up to Jackson to visit their client.
Well, why is that, counsel? Court-appointed attorneys are.
The judge.
Defendant's entitled, counsel, the defendant's still entitled to representation, right?
Judge, they're not going to pay me to go up to Jackson, and they're not requiring me to go up to Jackson. And we need to get my client either brought to Wayne County, or, or in the alternative, available by Zoom. And that's not for me to do. That's for this court to do.
Well, counsel, the court did send all the notice that it was required to send to MDOC on behalf of Mr. Tim. And I think
I understand. So what does what would the court like to do? I'll be more than happy to cooperate with what the court wants me to do, but I need to talk to him before we decide what we're doing. I don't think that that's asking too much.
Mr. Margolis, let me just be clear on something. I didn't say it was asking too much, but it's my understanding that the attorneys, when they're individuals that are in custody, that they are required to go visit them in custody, that there's accommodations that are made for that purpose. So what we do is we notify, let me finish please, counsel. We notify the respective corrections facility, and then they Zoom them in. Now, I would understand if your client is hours away in custody, I would understand that. But the court, when somebody is in custody and they are Zoomed in, the court does take its time to put the two of you into a breakout room. So.
Right, we're
going to try contacting MDOC one more time, but we're down to 2 staff members that we have that are not in the courtroom because everybody else has been ill. So it will be just a few moments.
Okay, so you just want me to stay on Zoom, or you want to have your court clerk call me back, or whatever your desire is? I'm not meaning to be difficult, Judge.
I'm going to have you Zoom back in at 11:30, counsel.
11:30, I'll Zoom back. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I think that, like the first time talking, you said they sent it to the facility to ask them if they can put it on.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Margolis, we've been in communication with MDOC. Mr. Margolis, we've been in communication with MDOC.
Yes.
They're working on seeing if they can get them on Zoom right now. Okay.
I'll continue waiting until I see join meeting room. Thank you.
Okay. Just put Mr. Margolis in the breakout room, and then we'll have this client join.
Mr. Margolis, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge, I can hear you. Thank you.
Hi, this is the clerk. So MDOC, MDOC are going back and forth, so we're not positive when they're going to be putting your client on. So if you could email into the 27th District Court with your contact information, and then if they put him on, we will contact you to Zoom back in, okay?
Okay, you just want me to email 27th District Court?
Yes, it's gonna be the 27dc@wine.mi.gov. Just give them your contact information, and if the MDOC puts your client on, we will email you back to Zoom back in, okay?
Okay, can you give me that again? It's 27th.
No.
No, it's gonna be 27dc@wine.mi.gov.
.wine.mi.gov.
@wine.mi.gov, yes.
Okay, I'll get that right over to you. Thank you.
And counsel, if you can't, if that doesn't work, you can look on our website, it's on there.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
And then,
Clerk, I have Daniel Timph.
okay, excuse me, let's go off the record. Counsel, when I'm trying to call a case on the record, I can't have you just interjecting and interrupting the record. What is it you indicated, counsel?
I'm here on Daniel Timph, Judge, for the third time. And all we're going to do is ask for an exam date.
Have you already spoken to the prosecutor today?
I don't think I need to talk to a prosecutor to get an exam date unless you want me to agree to a date with him. That's fine.
Yes, because the prosecutor has the file. We don't know when the file is ready until after there's been communication between the attorneys and then he sends that in with what's happening. So we're going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Matherly.
Thank you.
And then next time, counsel, if you can just wait until we're asking for something, we're going to check people in so that it's not interrupting the record, please.
Okay, Judge. I just wish, that your court answered their phones.
Counsel, as I stated before, we are severely understaffed. We have people that are out sick. So
Judge, there's no reason why for 4 days, me calling from 8:30 to 4:30, that nobody answers your phone in any department that I dial. So I have an issue with that. Yes.
Mr. Margolis, again, I take exception to your continuing interruption when I'm speaking. As I've stated, it is most effective to send in an email to communicate with the court because we have one of my staff members that's here in the courtroom. We have others that are out ill. So that is what we're dealing with right now, counsel. So as I stated before, the most effective way to communicate, to find out a question, to ask anything, is to send in an email.
I know, Judge. The last email I sent took me 2 days to get the answer. And after the court told me that they were calling me back. So respect goes 2 ways, Judge, with your court. So yes, I try to be respectful and I will be respectful in the future.
Well, I will check into that to see, because typically it's only within a couple of hours. So I will check that to see what happened in that regard.
Well, should I stay on Zoom or should I call back? Because I have 4 other matters this morning.
We're putting you in a breakout room with Mr. Matherly, counsel.
And then do you have him on Zoom from prison or not?
Your client
Or
is
do we not need him?
Would you like to speak to your client?
Well, just put me in the breakout room with the prosecutor, Judge. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Willis. You're telling me to just put you in a breakout room with the prosecutor. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I've already talked to my client. We're ready to go. It's just a matter of getting a date with the prosecutor.
So he's going to tell me what to do. We're putting you in a breakout room with Mr. Matherly.
That's what you said. Man, I'm ready. I'm waiting.
Mr. Kretz, are you ready on your matter?
Can I get the breakout room again?
Okay. We are on the record. We're recalling the matter of Daniel Timph. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Elliot Margolis, P28078, on behalf of Daniel Timph, Judge.
Okay, we just need to move him back into the main session here. Council, can you jump back in there so that you, on your device, and let him know that he has to join we've requested for him to join the main session.
I can't understand you again, Judge. Your voice blends into, for some reason, you're the only judge that I cannot understand, and it's not your fault, but.
Can you please jump back into the breakout room you were in with your client and request him to join the main session?
I did tell him to join back in, but he didn't have any way of doing it, and I told him to tell them to get him back into the courtroom. I've already told him that, Judge. I'll waive his appearance for this purpose. He knows I'm requesting a preliminary examination.
Okay. All right, we can set this for exam. Are you looking for next week, Council?
Next week. Yeah, does Thursday work for the court?
Yes, it has to be a Thursday. Does that work for us, Kelly?
Yes.
At what time?
How late in the day can you schedule that day? Because that's when you're off 8 to 1.
Yeah, can you do 2:30?
Yeah.
Okay, 2:30?
At what time?
2:30?
2 o'clock in the afternoon?
2:30 p.m.
2:50?
2:30, 30.
2:30. Okay, I'm sorry. I will be there at 2:30 on Thursday, the 13th, Judge.
Okay, witness and exhibit list by March 10th. Bond and conditions are continued. Mr. Tim? Mr. Tim's back in the session. Mr. Tim?
Okay. Thank you, Judge. He's going to need to be writted. He's going to need to be writted from the jail. From prison, I should say.
Counsel, I was still talking. I was saying that Mr. Timpf is back in the main session. Mr. Timpf, please unmute. Mr. Timpf, I need you to hit unmute on your device. Can you hit unmute?
It is unmuted.
Now it's unmuted, yes. Now it's unmuted.
I've never hit the button, so it wasn't on my end.
No, sir, when it moves you back and forth between the breakout rooms, I think Zoom automatically mutes you. So.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. There's nothing to apologize for. All right. So we set this matter for preliminary examination on March 13th at 2:30 p.m. So next Thursday, sir. And counsel, yes, I'm very much aware the court has to send a writ to the prison so that he can be present. Bond and conditions will be continued.
So March
Anything else?
13th?
Thank you, Judge.
Yes.
Thank you.
March 13th. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, that one was fun. It's good to see Judge DiSanto handle him well. I don't mind that old guy. I'd love to give him hell. And I remember one time with my dad, I picked on him to the point where he just had to have a sit down talk with me. It's like, hey, look, kid, you're giving me heart pains. You just got to cut it out. And that to me, that's the way she should have dealt with that guy. Just continuously ignoring him, continuously blowing him off, and running her court the way she wants to run it. So, all right, let's jump into Judge Van. I rarely ever get Judge Van, but I was able to get a bit of him this morning. So let's see where we go there.
See, I'm all about walk-up music.
We're no longer all rise.
Theme music.
We're going.
Oh, and also on this one too, it starts off with an interpreter case, but Judge Van's character and the way he's joking and cutting up makes it worth it to see that. So, hey, security, good to see you this early in the morning. So, but yeah, Donald, I've never been to that town, so that's an odd town for me. So, but I certainly love Judge DiSanto's voice.
Walk-in song, yes. And then there's gonna be band busting to the door.
Crazy Train. The old Chipper Jones walk-up.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm here for it.
At least on Fridays we some.
Fridays, we could do that on Fridays. We could start doing that on Fridays.
We've had it this month.
Absolutely.
Probably put everybody in a better mood.
It would.
Everybody's always in a good mood this evening.
That's true. I mean, we're usually it's pretty laid back, especially on Fridays. Jordani.
Hello, Your Honor.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Your Honor. How are you?
Oh, better than I deserve, I promise. Raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm you'll truthfully and accurately interpret the conversation of court in the defense today?
I do.
Now we're just waiting on Ms. Fambro. Look at us. Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Ms. Fambro, what's taking so long? Why?
Grown folks talking over here.
Wow.
What's taking so long? I started pointing at you.
It is 10:33.
You see these grown folks talking over here?
10:33. Look, I've never let that stop me from interrupting. Already one of those days? Hey, it's Friday. Friday.
Is it though?
Yeah, all day. Yeah. All right. Jordani, ask him to say his name for me.
Dígale su nombre al juez.
Juan Pérez Gómez.
Juan Perez Gómez.
Perez Gómez is before the court charged with operating a motor vehicle without a license.
Señor Pérez Gómez está frente al juez acusado de operar un vehículo motorizado sin licencia.
I understand he's been given copies of the paperwork and has violated his rights.
Entiendo que se le dio copia del papeleo y que se le notificaron sus derechos.
Based on his application, I found that he does qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent him.
De acuerdo con su solicitud, determino que califica y le asigno al abogado de oficio para que lo represente.
Deputy, criminal history.
No history, no tracking.
Bond set at 500. Court date is March 10th at 1 o'clock.
La fianza son 500. Su próxima audiencia 10 de marzo a la 1 en punto.
Son
Buena
500.
suerte.
Ajá. 10 de marzo, ¿no?
March 10th.
March 10th at 1.
El 10 de marzo a la 1.
Not yet. For Osceola County, right? Ice and Osceola. So this one back Kissimmee, so we can turn it over to Ice. That's great. Seems like a long process.
He's ready. Jordani.
Ask him to say his name.
Dígale su nombre al juez.
Fernando Rey González.
Mr. Ruiz Gonzalez is before the court on an out-of-county warrant out of Osceola for failing to appear for a pretrial conference down there.
Señor Ruiz González está frente al juez por una orden de arresto desde el condado Osceola por no haber comparecido a una vista antes del juicio allá.
He's got no bond. Going to organize his transport back to Kissimmee so that he can get this behind him as quickly as possible. Return date's going to be March 21st.
No tiene fianza. Vamos a organizar su transporte de vuelta a Kissimmee lo más pronto posible para que pueda salir de esto. Su fecha de vuelta aquí sería el 21 de marzo.
Buena suerte.
Buena suerte.
He has a question.
Oh,
to Mexico?
Eventually, yes.
Eventualmente, sí.
He's got an ICE hold, so eventually, yes, he will be deported back to Mexico.
Tiene una orden de retención de parte de inmigración, entonces eventualmente sí, lo van a devolver a México.
¿Pero cuándo salgo aquí de la cárcel?
But when do I get out of the jail here?
As soon as Kissimmee comes and gets him.
En cuanto vengan por usted desde Kissimmee.
Muchos días más o menos para saberlo, ¿tarda mucho?
How many days, just so I know, will it take too long?
Yeah, it'll take too long.
Sí, va a tardar bastante.
No tiene idea más o menos porque hacen el favor para saberlo más o menos cuántos días.
You don't have any idea. If you could do me a favor, just so I would know. No.
No idea.
No tengo idea.
Es todo entonces, para saberlo, ¿cómo puedo saber cuántos días más?
Buenos días.
No me entendió.
Did you understand me?
A little enough to tell him that I got no more information for him.
Lo suficiente para decirle que no tengo más información para usted.
Entonces, a ver, está bien, gracias. A ver cómo lo hago para saber a quién me da información aquí adentro, ¿ah?
Okay, so I'll find out who's got information for me in here, right?
Sí.
También, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Orion.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Red X, state your name.
Ms. Hammond, you're fully court on failure to pay fines for was originally possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana and paraphernalia. You've been sentenced to serve 10 days in the Bay County Jail, but you may purge out upon payment of $420. That's weird. That's a weird number for pot and a paraphernalia charge.
Did you say that, Judge?
420.
All right.
420 or
Step to your
10
right
days.
to the T.
What
Yes,
kind of
ma'am,
judge is
from the
someone to pay $420 on a?
You did. Next.
Yes.
Red X, ma'am,
It really is.
state your name.
Ms. Allender, you're fully court on a failure to report child abuse and neglect of child. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Mr. Graham, you represent Ms. Allender?
I do, Judge. Let me make you aware of a few
Is
things.
this the school case?
To my
This is the
knowledge,
co-
Judge, she has
this is
no
the defendant
prior
of the
record.
PE teacher. Yeah,
Sir?
I'm just making sure that this is the school, this is the companion case to the PE teacher.
That is correct, Judge. And Miss Allender's lived in Bay County for most of her life. To my knowledge, she has no prior criminal record. And most importantly for your decision is immediately upon learning of the warrant, she contacted me. They retained my services and we made arrangements last night for her to surrender. And she went into the Bay County Warrants Division at about 8:30 p.m. and voluntarily surrendered to their authority, Judge. She is not a flight risk.
Right, and she's a para at school, is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, I got it. I'm up to speed now, because I think I saw the warrants. You know, sometimes it's better to be a witness than a defendant. I'm just thinking out loud, Mr. Graham.
I agree.
All right, so pre-trial release, no contact with the alleged victim or co-defendant. Court date's gonna be May 19th at 9 o'clock, but she needs to be at the pre-trial release office before 9 o'clock Monday morning.
Yes, sir, boss. Thank you.
All right, step to your right to the T.
Have a good weekend.
When the
Will.
green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, ma'am, state your name.
Mr. Runyon, you fully court on an out-of-county warrant. It's a Jackson County warrant for violation of probation or resisting charge. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Judge Garcia, in her infinite wisdom, is already held without bond. Your court date's gonna be, or your return date's gonna be March 21st, but you should be long gone by then.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next.
Oh, females today.
Come on in.
Also a doctor.
He's targeting.
State your name, sir.
William Dalton Charter. Mr. Charter, you fully court charges disorderly intoxication, resisting officer without violence, and theft. You understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
I should be giving copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
What is it, sir?
Been advised of your rights today?
Yes, sir.
You got a copy of your paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Death, criminal history, Mr. Charter?
Got him on felony probation.
Case number, ma'am?
24-34-56. Yeah.
All right, I just looked it up for the Panama City Jail to see what the pink outfit, and it doesn't say anything there. Normally, it's like a medical thing or something.
It's 7th, right?
Yes.
I'm a day off all week. At least I'm writing 25 now instead of 24. That was a chore. On the disorderly intoxication bonds, 500, the resisting without is 500, 1,500, and the petty theft is 1,000. Court date's going to be March 10th at 1 o'clock, and I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation in case 24, 34, 56. Good luck, sir.
Right, step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Step on the red X, sir. State your name.
I think that's the first one I've seen in Panama City, though, with the pink.
Mr. Holmes, before the court on a failure to appear for a retail theft charge. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond's been preset at $1,500. Your court date is March 10th at 1 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. State your name, sir.
Travis Smith.
There you go.
Mr. Smith, before the court charged with violation of pretrial conditional release on domestic violence. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
They really are recording those phone calls. I don't know how many times they have to warn you about that, but they really are. I swear they are.
Yes, sir.
Based on the application, I find you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney.
Okay.
Judge Smith told you not to do it. What? You gotta listen to Judge Smith. She's scary.
Thank you, security. I have to hit mute. I know Kathy can do it without hitting mute all the time, but I have to keep hitting mute. Y'all would catch me in a hot mic
All
moment.
right.
I don't want to get
Bond
out
set
of.
5,000 on the violation of pretrial release. And I'm revoking release in 24, 32, 26. No contact with the alleged victim. Court date's gonna be March 10th at 1 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
All right, I got a question, sir.
Shoot.
I have, this is my second violation of no contact order. My first one, I have court due, March 13th. And I got court March 10th for my felony, but they dropped my felony to a misdemeanor. So I don't know. They're sentencing me to lifeline. So, I'm trying to see if we could put all of it together as one court date since they're all going to be misdemeanors.
You can resolve them all. Dave.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Sign where the light is. Next.
It's harder listening.
You're not next. Oh, go ahead. State your
Mr. Godbolt, you're for the court for violation of no contact order. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Judge Smith told you not to do it too. But here we are. Mr. Godbolt, when you make those phone calls, do they tell you that's being recorded?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And that's usually enough to make somebody think, well, they might listen to this, but not you, not you. All right, Mr. Godbolt, bond set at 5,000 on the violation. Court date's going to be March 10th at 1 o'clock. No contact with the alleged victim, and I'm revoking release in 25-23.
step to your right. Next. State your name.
Brandon Waters.
Mr. Waters, before the court for petty theft, you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing a piece of paperwork and advise your rights. Is that true?
Sir?
You advise your rights today?
Yes, sir.
Got a copy in your, or in your
Yes, sir.
pocket? Yeah, got it. Deputy, criminal history on Mr. Waters?
Nothing says 21. That was habitual possession of weapon or ammo, another habitual VOPs through 21. Other than that, there was a DWLSR 14, child use 13.
Bonds 2,500, no contact with Walmart. A fate worse than death. Court date's gonna be March 10th at 1 o'clock in front of Judge Dyer. Good luck, sir.
I'll step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, sir. State your name.
Michael Gaudette.
Mr. Gaudette, before the court on a failure to appear for a pretrial conference. Bonds is set at $7,500. Your court date is March 13th at 9 o'clock.
Step to your right behind him. Next. Red X, sir. Face the TV and state your name.
Cameron Forney.
Before the court on a false report of a crime. Do you understand the charge?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I seem to be given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, finds you do qualify. Go ahead and appoint a public defender to represent you. Any question about
that? No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
Last year was a reckless resisting and a no valid, and that's it.
Recent one is done. Court date is March 10th at 9 o'clock.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, sir. Here you go. State your name.
Brandon Sweeney, sir.
Mr. Sweeney, you're full court charge. Domestic violence assault. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights.
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, finally, this due to your application, you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Deputy, criminal history.
19, less than 20, grand theft auto, I don't know, false, resisting with criminal mischief, possession of uncurrent bills with marshal holds, detainer holds, it goes through 24, and history back to 11.
Can I speak?
He can hear you.
Yes, please.
Judge, Your Honor, I just came home from the feds and I've been out a year. I'm actually, my parole officer, I'm going to a program tomorrow to go to reentry through the feds. This is my mother, me and my mother. She actually, if you stayed in there, you see where she hit me several times with a broom. I did call her the B word. I should have done that.
Don't talk about what happened. Don't talk about what happened.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hear you that. I'm sorry. I got a program tomorrow and this is, I didn't touch no. Sir, sorry.
We're not going to take you with us as travesty. Did you come down here from Alabama too?
I'm not even from Alabama or Florida. I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, hell, that's worse. Deputy, criminal history on Mr. Valley?
I got in trouble before, but that was years ago. I only come out here to see my daughter.
Okay.
I only come out here to see my daughter. The same person whoever was orchestrating all that, she set somebody else to rob me too.
Your daughter did?
Huh?
Your daughter said that?
You said what happened?
No, he's talking about the girl from the other day.
I'm talking about that girl with them funny colored eyes.
Oh,
Locally,
yeah.
21, there was carrying a concealed marijuana distribution para resisting. Louisiana 21, hit and run marijuana with intent.
And then I'm staying at somebody, I'm spending the night at somebody's house and they saying something about some people. That's the judge right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was spending the night at somebody's house and they went in the house to come get me for whatever reason, but they got some pills in this person's house and they charged me with the pills when I don't even stay over there.
They charge you with all the pills. That's brutal.
Yeah, huh? I don't know why. I'm not from out here. I don't even stay over there. That's not.
You don't get something. I mean, one's got nothing to do with the other. You agree with that? Just being from here don't have nothing to do with whether or not you did anything. People come here all the time and do stupid stuff. They do. It's
I understand that.
Bay County, Florida. That's what happens. People would never do things in their own hometown. They come here and they do stupid stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
me
saying
though.
that-
Like,
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to
being-
help. I'm trying to
not
help the
being from
investigation.
here don't make nothing.
Yeah, but I'm trying to help the investigation. I ain't.
Okay, well, it's always better to be a witness than a defendant, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. So I've already appointed you a public defender, so you got an attorney now. The state's filed a Nevia motion, which means that to make bond, you're gonna have to provide proof that any funds that you put up as collateral comes from a legitimate source. No. All right, on the robbery with a firearm, bond's 500,000, the kidnapping is 500,000, the grand theft is 50,000, the marijuana with intent is 5,000, and the trafficking is 500,000. Random UAs, I'm granting the Nevia motion. No contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party, alleged victim or co-defendants.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign for your copy. Next. Red X, sir, state your name.
Mr. Torres, you're for the court, charged with grand theft. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Expensive air drivers. Golly Moses.
You know he was gonna say it.
I just can't get over it. It's insane.
I know. Yeah. Oh.
Oh. All right, man. I did. All right, man. I'm gonna put a $5,000 bond on this case. Court date's gonna be March 27th at 9 o'clock. No contact with the alleged victim. Good luck, sir.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
They're in the same room, so you're gonna have to take him and put him down there.
You know, at the end of this, I think he says something about being out for 6 weeks. We'll hear it at the end. But Stacy was right saying Panama City's busy season is about to start. I wonder where he's going to be for 6 weeks. It seems like he'd be all hands on deck, you know, with spring break. I remember when I was a kid, the whole month of March was just the busiest time in Panama City, but they've changed the laws and changed the rules over the years, and it's not the 90s anymore. So I don't know. I wonder what he was meaning by he wasn't going to see her for 6 weeks. Maybe she's going to be out for 6 weeks. I don't know.
We say 5,000 on him again?
I did.
Next. Next. Gilliam. Red X, state your name.
Gilliam, for the court charge, robbery with firearm, kidnapping, false imprisonment, and grand theft of motor vehicle. Do you understand the charges?
Say it again, sir.
Do you understand what you've been charged with?
No, sir. Wait, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see what they gave me on this paper. Yes, sir.
This all news to you?
Yes, sir. I was talking to my wife and I turned myself in to really came up here to clear my name because I was wrongly accused with a group and I understand the people I hang with, but I really just came up here to clear my name because I found out I had a warrant for my arrest.
Okay, good. Based on your application, you do qualify for the Service of Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about
that? No, sir.
Yeah, criminal history?
He has a lot of juvenile history. All of it's juvenile except for these, and that was 22 Karen Cassell, the Fray, grand theft auto, 21 burglary, no valid, less than 20, grand theft auto again, and it goes back to 18 in juvenile.
All right, bonds 500,000 on the robbery, firearm, 500,000 on false imprisonment, 50,000 on the grand theft of an automobile. No contact with the co-defendant or alleged victim.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. What's the court date, sir?
April 14th, right?
Can I get a bond?
14th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you. State your name.
Kylan Nolan.
Who is this?
Kylan Nolan.
Mr. Nolan, for the court charge of robbery of firearm, kidnapping, false imprisonment, grand theft of motor vehicle, firing a weapon or discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and firing into a moving vehicle. Understand the charges?
Yes, sir. Excuse me, two of them were old charges or warrants.
They got waived up.
That I didn't know that I had.
Yeah, because they started off in juvenile court, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a baby, I didn't have a job, I didn't have a baby, I didn't have a job, and I've been trying to get my life together until this came up.
Guess what? You just took a left turn.
I ain't even know this happened.
Okay, well, we'll sort all that out later. I've appointed a public defender to represent you, deputy criminal history.
1 second, sir. Go to that one right there for me. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Trying to keep them separate because you ordered that.
I know.
His is all juvenile except for he had a burglary in Louisiana last year. Prior to that, 20 juvenile ag bats, 21 no valid less than 20 grand theft auto times 2 loitering and a grand theft auto in 19.
Robbery of firearms, 500,000, kidnapping, 500,000, grand theft of an automobile is 50,000. The juvenile waive up, discharge of a firearm from a vehicle is 25,000. And the missile into a dwelling or vehicle is 25,000. Court date's gonna be April 14th at 9 o'clock, no contact with alleged victims or co-defendants.
Thank you. Step to your right.
You will add all that all together?
I did.
How much?
It's a lot.
1 million, 1 million 1.
That's how
Step
much
on the
my bond
T.
is?
Mhm.
Oh my God, man.
Step on the T. So when the green T, when the green light comes on, sign for your copy of it.
Baby.
Next. Red X, sir. State your name.
Justin Lilly.
Mr. Lilly, for the court charge, child neglect, possession of meth with intent to sell or manufacture, possession less than 20 grams of marijuana, introduction of contraband into a detention facility, and paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir. Can we try to make this a low bond so I can get out? I gotta go to work on Monday.
See, I like a man that knows what he's asking for. You didn't ask for a fair bond. You didn't ask for a reasonable bond. You asked for a low bond. I admire that about you.
Please.
I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but
I understand myself.
based on your application, I find that you do qualify for them. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you.
Okay.
Yeah, history.
Tennessee, 21 FTA and a para. Locally, nothing new since 18. That was less than 20. Para controlled substance times 2 and 1 FTA and 20.
You don't show up for court.
I've been in no trouble though, sir. I'm not going nowhere.
But you
My
don't
kids
show
and
up
my
for
wife.
court.
My wife and my kids are here. I'm going to show up. I promise.
Don't show
I
up
swear
for
to God.
court.
I will. My wife and my kids are here. I'll be here.
What's
Hey. Right there with that open door where he told you to go.
Oh, is that sir?
I don't know. She's distracted.
Please. Please, I got my kids. Please, I got to get out of here.
I want to duck. I got to.
Right?
She made me duck. All right, on the child neglect, bond's 25,000. No contact with alleged victim. Possession of meth with intent is 25,000. Marijuana is 2,500. The introduction is 2,500, and the paraphernalia is 1,000. Random UAs. Court date's going to be April 7th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Wait. Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, sir. State your name. It'll come on in a minute.
Carlos Wells.
Mr. Wells, before the court charge of possession of meth with intent to sell or distribute, child neglect, possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana, and paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, I did.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, if you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that? Deputy.
I'll give you a public defender. Nothing new since 22. That was possession of cocaine and para. 21 less than 20 para. VOPs through 23. 20 battery grand theft auto resisting DWLSR goes back to 14.
Meth with intent, 25,000. Child neglect, 25,000. The marijuana is 2,500, and the paraphernalia is 1,000. Random UA's court date's going to be April 7th at 9 o'clock.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign.
Yeah. Who hasn't woken up and wondered where their car was? Jada. Mr. Parker, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir.
Mr. Parker, you're before the court on violation of probation for what was originally assault. You've been ordered held without bond. Your court date's going to be March 13th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Thanks, sir.
All right, step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign. Next, red X, state your name.
Mr. Colson, before the court on violation of probation. You've been ordered held without bond. Your court date's going to be March 13th at 9 o'clock. Good luck.
Step to your right behind him. State your name. Next.
You said hell without mine?
Yep, till at least 13th is Wednesday. State your name.
Wendell Cooper.
Mr. Cooper, the court on violation of probation for domestic violence battery. You've been ordered held without bond. Your court date's going to be March 26th at 1:30.
All right, step behind him at the signature pad. Come on, Joe, Pope. State your name.
George Pope.
Mr. Pope, before the court on a violation of probation for battery in a jail facility. You've been ordered held without bond. Your court date is April the 16th at 9 o'clock.
All right, you can step behind him, hon. Next. Red X. State your name.
Mr. Walker, you're before the court on a violation of probation charge for driving license suspended revoked. You got a suspended jail sentence apparently in front of Judge Dyer. So he's already held without bond. Your court date is Wednesday, March 13th, 9 o'clock.
How long?
I don't know.
Have a jail sentence? How long?
I don't know. You signed it, you would know.
How long does it say the jail sentence is, Judge?
No, you got, I don't know. That's between you and Judge Dyer.
You go see him Wednesday. Step to your right to the T.
You agreed to the deal with the devil to get out of jail on your first violation. So here we are again.
Next. Yes, sir. Step on the red X. State your name.
Jalen Stuckey.
Mr. Stuckey, you fully court on a violation of probation for burglary, possession of a firearm in front of Judge Register. You understand those charges?
You understand what you're charged with, the VOP?
The VOP? What? It was because of misdemeanor. Is there anything I just violated for the misdemeanor, so?
What's your question?
I'm just in here on the VOP for technicals.
That's what you're here
That's
on
it?
today. Yes, it
Yes,
is.
sir. So what would be stopping me from getting a bond today, sir? This is my first violation, Judge, man.
Lord God
I just
Almighty.
seen you on the 26th. Yes, sir.
Judge Register is already held without bond. Your court date is April 16th at 9 o'clock.
April 16th?
Step behind him at the signature pad. Well, step on the T. Yep, when that light goes off and comes back on, you're gonna sign it. Next.
Yeah, that's true.
You probably get a copy of it. Next, red X, sir. State your name.
Joseph Clayton.
What happened to,
Aaron bond out?
No, I'll get him in a second.
Mr. Clayton, you're fully court aggravated assault, sexual weapon, innocent charge.
Can you say that again, sir?
Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. You also have the option to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Any question about these options?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
No history.
Onset at 50,000. No contact with the alleged victim, directly, indirectly, or through a third party. No access to firearms. Court date's April 17th at 9 o'clock.
Step on the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Wait for the light to come on. Next. Red X, sir. State your name.
Aaron Jones. As shown before the court on a violation of probation for what was originally a driving license suspended or revoked. In that case, you've been set bond at 15,000. Your court date is March 26th at 1:30.
Step behind, sign at the signature pad. Next. Red X, sir. State your name.
Mr. Alex Bro.
Mr. Brawley, before the court charges disorderly conduct by brawling,
Yes, sir.
resisting also without violence. You understand those charges?
What, say that again?
Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
Based on your application, if I do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender. They have an attorney now. Deputy, criminal history on Mr. Bra.
On pretrial release with you for criminal mischief and 2 batteries.
What was, did you ask me something?
He can hear you.
I didn't really ask me.
What do you want to tell me?
No, I had nothing to say. I was accepting the charges, so.
You got a case number now?
25,684 MM.
All right, sir. On the disorderly conduct, bond's 2,500. The resisting is 2,500. Your court date's going to be March 10th at 1 o'clock. I'm revoking release in 25,604. You can get all these things resolved Monday.
Everything resolved Monday, is what it said.
Yeah.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. That's a wrap, sir.
It's my 2 weeks.
It's your 1 week. Stop it.
Dyer? Judge Dyer. Judge Dyer's got this weekend because turkey season opens next weekend, so he won't be here on that weekend. Ms. Fambro, you're gonna miss me for 6 weeks.
All right, so right there he said you're gonna miss me for 6 weeks. I'm not sure what he means by that. Hopefully it doesn't mean he's gonna be out for 6 weeks. So maybe she's going somewhere for a little while and we'll get to see another deputy for a little bit. That's gonna be what we got for American Courts tonight. I am remembering it's Friday, so I do remember that we do not have Judge Fleischer tomorrow. We're gonna have the weekend, so I'm gonna see if me and Fozzie can do you some shows over the weekend. He seems to be awake tonight, so let's see what we can get done. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you so much for coming over from Biggins. Biggins always been great to me. I remember when our channel only had maybe 2,000 subscribers. Biggin was being just very kind to me, and so I truly appreciate him supporting me along the way. Thank you so much, Kathy, for coming in. Oh, ATX comes in right at the end, right at the damn last minute. ATX comes in. Absolutely, ATX. Let's do a show. She coming in right at the damn end just to get some credits there. All right. So you guys have a great weekend. Thank you again, Biggin, for your support. Thank you, Court Vibes, Kathy. And we even saw Dally talk over here, so it's good to see you over here tonight, Dally. Y'all have a good night, and